Imagine you're a Roman engineer who has just finished building a magnificent stone arch bridge. As part of the final quality check, there's just one last step. You must stand directly beneath the arch as the first legions march across. If your calculations were wrong, if your materials were shoddy, you pay the ultimate price. That, in a nutshell, is skin in the game. This powerful idea is the central theme of Nassim Nicholas Taleb's book, Skin in the Game: Hidden Asymmetries in Daily Life. Taleb argues that having a personal stake in the outcome of your decisions is not just a matter of fairness, but a crucial requirement for a functioning, ethical, and intelligent society. There are three main takeaways from this book. First, the moral necessity of symmetrical risk. Second, why we must beware the advice of the intellectual yet idiot. And third, the surprising way a stubborn minority can shape the world for everyone else. Let's start with the big one, symmetry. Taleb argues that in any fair system, upside and downside should be linked. If you stand to profit from a decision, you must also be exposed to the potential losses. He points to the 2008 financial crisis as a catastrophic failure of this principle. Bankers and traders made bets with other people's money. When the bets paid off, they collected massive bonuses. When they failed, the public and the taxpayers were left to clean up the mess. They had all the upside, and we had all the downside. Skin in the Game corrects this. It's a powerful BS filter because people who are personally exposed to risk are forced to be more careful, more rational, and more in touch with reality. Next, Taleb introduces us to a character he calls the intellectual yet idiot, or IYI. This is the so-called expert, often from academia, policymaking, or journalism, who loves to offer complex opinions and grand solutions for the world's problems from the comfort of their office. The problem? They never have to live with the consequences of their advice. They can recommend a foreign intervention without their own children having to fight in it, or propose an economic policy without their own finances being at risk. Without skin in the game, their advice is just noise. Real knowledge, Taleb insists, comes from the person who has something to lose, the entrepreneur, the artisan, the engineer standing under their bridge. Finally, one of the most fascinating and counterintuitive ideas is the minority rule. You might think the majority always gets its way, but Taleb shows that's not true. An inflexible and intolerant minority can, and often does, impose its preferences on a flexible majority. Think about it. Why are so many soft drinks in the United States sweetened with high fructose corn syrup instead of sugar? Because for a time, a small group of corn farmers and processors had an inflexible interest and lobbied hard, while the general public was largely indifferent. Or consider why it's so easy to find kosher or halal food. A person who keeps kosher will never eat non-kosher food, but a person who doesn't keep kosher can eat kosher food. The inflexible person wins. This simple asymmetry explains how small, committed groups can have an outsized impact on society. In the end, skin in the game is a call for accountability, authenticity, and courage. It's a powerful argument that the best way to understand the world is to see who has something to lose. As Taleb might put it, don't tell me what you think, just tell me what's in your portfolio. The ultimate takeaway is that systems work best when everyone, from the top to the bottom, shares in the risks. If this idea resonates with you, you should also check out Taleb's other works, The Black Swan and Anti-Fragile. Find more great summaries and reading guides at booksplat.com. Level up yourself today, 3 minutes at a time.